Alright, so now we're here in WordPress and I want to walk you through the different features, functionalities, the menu here, and what we can essentially do inside of WordPress. So the first thing that you want to do after you install WordPress is you want to go to the settings here, okay? And this is where you're going to have your site title and your tagline. So for example, let's say for this one here we have crawl space Pro Cleaners. That's going to be our site title. And then we have the number one crawl space cleaners in Seattle. Okay, that's our tagline there. And then we want to go to save changes. Okay, and then we want to go to reading here. And so this is where we can have either our latest post or a static page. And we typically want to have a static page because let's say we want to have a landing page as the home page, right? That means that whenever somebody lands on this website here, crawlspaceprocleaners.com, they're going to see our home landing page, right? And so now let's go over here to permalinks. This is very important here. Now this is already changed here. However, you're going to automatically have it set up here on date and name. And so what this will have is crawlspaceprocleaners.com, and then it'll have the date and then the post. You do not want to have this here because the date is not important. You just want to have the keywords, right, for your post here for SEO. So that's why we go down here and we have just post name. Let's say we have a particular landing page on crawl space cleaning, and then we have another landing page on crawl space installation. We want to have it just like this so that we don't have the date there taking up space, right? We want to have it as relevant as possible, and this is important for SEO, okay? So we are good to go. Now, the other plugin that I always like to have is the Yoast SEO. And this is a plugin for on-page SEO. It's super simple and super easy to work with. Let's go to add new here. And we're going to go to Yoast. Install now. Okay, great. Let's go to activate. And this is a really nice tool here because it allows us to add in the on-page SEO elements very easily. So let's go to the Yoast SEO right here. And where we want to go is to search appearance here. And then we want to go to archives, okay? And we don't want to have author archives because if you're writing blogs, posts, and you're doing a bunch of content, we want to minimize duplicate content or really not have any at all because this can be a big factor in SEO rankings. Google doesn't like to have duplicate content. So we want to disable the author archives, okay? Go to save changes. And then we want to go to taxonomies. And then we don't want to show categories as well. We want to go to no. And then let's go to save changes. Okay, so now we're good to go. So now what you'll notice is we go to, let's say this one right here. And let's go to edit right here. And then we see this Yoast SEO down here. And this is what's going to help us create the actual title, okay? So let's go to right here, edit. So you can see that it's taking it from directly from this page. So if we wanted to change this, we could change this to crawl space cleaning services, okay? And just like that, you see that's the title there. And then we can have the brand, crawl space cleaning pros, okay? Crawl space cleaning services and then crawl space cleaning pros. Now we can have the brand here and we can also have, let's say, a similar word or a similar service that we use. So crawl space installation. We can do that as well. So that we are tackling and covering multiple keywords here because we have crawl space cleaning services and then crawl space installation. So we can leave that like that. And then this is the meta description down here, which is this little text right here that shows up in the actual searches. So let's say we are the number one crawl space cleaning company in the world, in the Seattle area, right? Give us a call at, and then put a number there, right? So this is just a better way for us to control our SEO on page and be able to dictate how it's going to show up in the search engine. And this is a great way for us to see kind of an example here. This is mobile right here, and then we can go to desktop, how this would look like on a desktop feature as well. And so we're good here, and then we would update this. And so we are good to go. And so that's really all you need to worry about when it comes to WordPress, okay? You're going to be working with Thrive themes, and anytime that you want to edit a page, all you got to do is go to launch Thrive themes there, and you'll notice that we are able to then edit the landing page here, okay? Nice and simple. So just a quick overview here of the WordPress dashboard here. We have the home, updates, insights. This is pretty much this information here. And then we go to posts here. This is where you're going to have, just like if you're writing a blog or if you have specific posts that you want to have on here. And we're really not going to be working with the posts. We're going to be setting up pages only, okay? So I wouldn't even worry about this up here. And then media, this is where we can drag and drop all of our different files for the images, the landing pages, whatever that may be, right? Any kind of media. And so here are the pages. This is where we're going to have the actual content, where we're going to have the individual pages. And then as you can see here, it's nice and simple for us to just come in here and go to edit with Thrive Architect, and then it'll automatically open that up. So let's go ahead and right click that. And you'll notice that the landing page here, the thank you page, will automatically pull up. Nice and simple and easy. Okay, great. And then comments here. This is for if you want to have commenting on your post. If you're doing a lot of blog posting, then this would be a good idea. We're not going to be focusing in on that. We're going to be focused on building websites, landing pages, right? So nothing as far as blogs. So the Thrive Lightboxes, this is actually with Thrive themes here, and what this is essentially pop-up boxes. So let me give you an example. Let's go back over here and let's go to preview. And I want to show you what the light boxes are. So basically, boom, right there, this is the light box, okay? And you can control them and set them up over here, right? And be able to edit them that way. So for example, let's say right here, actually, let's go this one right there. And so here we can edit this on, whatever color, if we want to add some different elements. And we're going to walk through how to work with Thrive themes in another video. But I just wanted to give you here an example of the Thrive Lightboxes and what these menu items here are about. And then here in the appearance section, this is where we're going to have all the different themes, the different templates that we can add in here. So for us, we're not going to worry about this here because we have Thrive themes that we're going to be using as landing page templates and as website templates. And then here on the menu section, we're not going to worry about this. This is where if you want to create a menu for your top up here, where you have like the home, about us, contact us, and also a menu at the bottom, at the footer. However, for us, we're just building landing pages here. We're just setting them up. And in another section, we're going to go into WordPress in a lot more detail, a lot more depth, so you can get an understanding of how to set up menus. But for this example here, we're just setting up landing pages, so we're not going to need that. So this has to do with the theme editor. This is a bunch of code here. We don't really ever want to go here, okay, unless you have somebody that is specializing in code, and I would just recommend to not even go in there. And then the plugins, these are essentially the add-ons that we can use that allow us to run certain programs. So as we installed the Thrive Product Manager here and the Thrive Architect, this allows us to actually run the Thrive program so that we can use it on the WordPress website, right? And then here are the users. You can have multiple different users on here where you can just create and add a new one here. Name, email, first name, last name, website, password, and you can give them their own roles. And then tools. This is if you want to import different websites or landing pages. We're not going to be dealing with that. We're going to be working the majority of our time with the actual Thrive themes and Thrive landing pages. So all we're really going to need to know about setting up our WordPress site is, having the Yoast SEO set up, having our settings set up properly with the right general settings here. And then as far as for the site title and tagline, and then for the permalinks, we walk through that. So that's going to be it here for this one, and we'll see you on the next one.